What's up guys, and welcome to a new video on the channel, and today we're gonna check my FIFA 21 top 50 ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, don't forget to leave a like. That's really important for me and for the channel to grow, so show your support and let's try to reach 200 likes in this video guys. So smash that like button. It only takes 1 second of your time and it is really important for the channel to grow. Enjoy the video guys, let's start this. We start this video with the position number 50 and with a player that I don't understand why he got a downgrade from FIFA 19 to FIFA 20, but the reality is that Timo Bernhard deserves way better than a downgrade. Now that he moved to the Premier League, he will have the opportunity to show us that he can do it like he did in the Bundesliga. But for FIFA 21, we have to take in consideration his last season with Leipzig, and he was amazing once again for them, so there is no doubt about his 87 overall. For the position number 49, the French wall Varane has been a really nice surprise this season at Real Madrid, and we confirmed that through the special cards he got this year in FIFA 20. He seems to have found his consistency individual and with Sergio Ramos in the defense of Los Blancos, which have been an important factor for the season that Real Madrid is having in La Liga. Position number 48, the wonder kid from Borussia Dortmund and from England, Jadon Sancho, has been showing us every season what he can do on the pitch and what a player he is. He can do everything with the football, score, assist, dribble and much more. I think it's time to recognize the young as one of the best players in the game in FIFA 21. Now position number 47, if Mahrez had the chance to play every game from the beginning in Manchester City, he would be one of the best players in the Premier League, but that does not happen. Even though he has his playing time limit because he is in a team with a lot of good players, he still produced some amazing performances for the team, justifying the overall I give him in this video. Position number 46, and now we talk about Bruno Fernandez. We that were used to watch him in the Portuguese league knew what this man was capable of, but now that he is in Manchester United, he finally has the visibility that he deserves. In my opinion, 87 overall is the right rating for him, and he should have been this overall a long time ago. He truly is one of the best players that the football world has nowadays. Position number 45, Frankie de Jong is not having a great season compared to what he did in his last year with Ajax, but despite that comparison, he still deserves an upgrade from that glory year with the Dutch club, and I think now it's the time for that to happen, and with time he will get back to his best days in Camp Nou. Position number 44. To be fair, we are already used to see him out here in the top 50 every year, and this time in FIFA 21 I think it won't be no difference. He has been losing some of his qualities due to his age, but he still works like a rock in the heart of the defense in Barcelona. Even though this is a man we do not want to pack in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team, he deserves to be here. Position number 43, Tony Cruz, a player that is not an highlight reel, but that does his job like no one in the game. With Casemiro he forms one of the best midfield duos in the game, and he is one of the most consistent players out there as well, so in my opinion seeing him here is no surprise. Position number 42, De Gea's season has been a roller coaster so far. He had some really good moments, but some really bad moments either. Overall, he has been the reason for such poor results this season for Manchester United, and he has lost his consistency that he had a few years ago. I think he will pick up his form soon, but according to his latest performances, it had to be done. Position number 41, Mats Hummels has been a consistent player in these top 50 ratings throughout the years, so there is no surprise that he appears once again in our top. Nothing much to say about the German center back, so let's move on to the next one. Position number 40, Casemiro has been a good surprise this season, holding the midfield like no one. He is one of the reasons for Real Madrid form this season, and he has been improving a lot under Zinedine Zidane. The only fair option for the Brazilian CDM is to give him an upgrade for FIFA 21. Now we reach the position number 39. After Hansi Flick took charge of Bayern Munich, Thiago Alcantara has been a different player, and for the better, of course. He made a terrific partnership with Kimmich this season, leading Bayern Munich midfield to glory and helping the team achieving his trophies. Even though he's such a good player, Bayern Munich is apparently letting him leave this summer to join another big European team. Position number 38. It has been tough times adapting to a new league, but Christian Eriksen still has the skill and ability inside him. I think after his period of adaptation to Italy, he will be back to the form that made us fall in love with him in Tottenham, and for that reason there is no reason to downgrade or upgrade him, in my opinion. Position number 37. Even though Napoli has been having a tough season, Mertens has been one of a few players that have been in the highlights of the team. After everything he has been through, because of his contract and his next destination this summer, he decided to stay at São Paulo for another 3 seasons. The best choice for him, if you ask me. We move on to the position number 36. At 35 years old, Sérgio Ramos is a defender with a lot of goals scored in his career, and perhaps he is the best goal scorer defender of this generation. His aggressiveness and leadership, it's like fine wine, the older the better. Even though he is reaching the end of his career, Real Madrid fans want him to stay with the team a few more years. Position number 35. Skriniar has been improving every season he has played and has been cementing his place as one of the best and one of the most wanted players in the transfer market. So the only fair move for him was to give him an upgrade that matched his actual skill. Position number 34. Hugo Lloris, another player that has been a consistent throughout the years, and this one was no difference, and for that reason I think there was no reason to give him an upgrade or a downgrade to his overall. Position number 33. One of the players that have been suffering with Napoli's poor form this season, as they switched managers in the middle of the season, and overall all of them have not been playing well besides Mertens. Even though they still are in the Champions League, the Serie A was a really hard challenge for them, and because of this reason I give a downgrade of 1 overall to Koulibaly. Position number 32. We stay in the Serie A, this time with Immobile at his 30s. He's having the best season of his career if we only talk about individual performances. Top goal scorer of the Serie A, and he will probably end at the number 1 position in that role, justifying the upgrade that I gave him in this video. Unfortunately, his team will probably end up this season without a single trophy, despite their great performances as a team. And for the position number 31, we have Benzema, who is having one of the best individual seasons of his career with Real Madrid this year, and that pretty much explains his upgrade from one FIFA to another. He has always been seen as an underrated player, to be honest. And for the position number 30, and talking about Real Madrid, they got rid of Keylor Navas last summer and he ended up joining PSG, where he showed us he still is one of the best goalkeepers in the game. Nicknamed the Spider-Man, an upgrade of 1 overall seems right to him. We're getting close to the top 20, but now we have the position number 29. Marco Royce, without injuries, is one of the best players in the Bundesliga, and this season he proved exactly that. With him, Borussia Dortmund is completely different. He represents the soul and heart of that team. Position number 28. A tough season for Griezmann and Barcelona in general. Last summer he made his dream move to Camp Nou, and since that he has been trying to find his space in the starting 11. He still has the skill and ability that we are used to, and I think with time he will be back to his best form. Position number 27. Even though this season he has been injured most of the time, Chiellini still is one of the best defenders in the game. I'm sure he will bounce back from his latest injury and come back stronger than ever for Juventus and the Italy national team. Position number 26. Bobby Firmino every year his overall makes him look like he is an underrated player, and maybe people is right. Even though he does not score or assist that much, he does the work that we cannot see in the statistics. He is another example of a player that deserves justice in FIFA 21. Position number 25, Manuel Neuer. His past years have been tough for him because he has been dealing with some injuries, but after his recovery he has been showed us lately that he still can perform like in his prime. That's the reason why I give him an upgrade. Position number 24, a player that can still produce at the highest level, but that has been declining his performances each year due to his age. Luka Modric's experience still is really important for Real Madrid and for the youngsters as well, like Valverde. He still deserves a spot in this top 50. Position number 23, Eriksen, a season marked by injuries and collectively not as good as well. It has been some tough times for the England international this season, and that's why I gave him this overall, but I truly believe that next season he will prove me that I am wrong and that he deserves to be considered one of the best. Position number 22, the most under the radar and underrated player of this generation, Sergio Busquets was and still is a key member of the Barcelona's midfield. He still is the man that connects the defense with the attack, helping both sides reach their goals. I think that sometimes people don't understand the reason why Busquets is so high rated in FIFA. Position number 21, a tough season for Luis Suarez because of injuries, but that does not mean the 33-year-old is done with football, far from that. He still can produce at the highest level and be the striker that every team needs, especially Barcelona nowadays. So I think 89 is a fair rating for him. And finally we reached the top 20, guys. Position number 20. Even though Chelsea is thinking about getting rid of Kanté this summer, the player with the cutest smile in the football world still is the CDM that every team wants in their team. Unbelievable stamina and defensive ability that makes him one of the toughest players to dribble. He also is one of the most annoying CDMs in the game because he looks like an octopus. He is everywhere in the pitch. Position number 19, Heung-min Son. Individual, this is not his best season, he is far from that. That's true, but what this young man is capable of is enough to give him his fair overall, and for me, that is 89. A player that scores with either foot, fast and with a really good dribble deserves better than his last ratings. Position number 18, after some tough times in the beginning of his journey in Real Madrid, lately Courtois has been showing the fans why Real Madrid invested in him. With his amazing performances that help Real Madrid every game, I think it's time for him to get an upgrade. Position number 17, a downgrade from FIFA 19 to 20, but I think it's time to give him an upgrade once again. He took his time to find his space in Juventus with Sarri, but since he got comfortable with that and Cristiano Ronaldo, he has been scoring almost every game and helping his teammates as well. Position number 16, Aubameyang is a case that I don't understand why he does not get a higher overall. Every season he produces unbelievable numbers in an Arsenal team that struggles a lot to find the back of the net. I hope that this year EA gives him the overall he deserves and worked so hard for. Position number 15, a legend in Manchester City history, Kun Agüero have been performing at the highest level for a long time. And the current season was no difference for him. It was another season full of goals and trophies, so his consistency must be reflected in his overall every year. My only doubt is if he should go to 90 overall or stay 89 for another year, but for this video I will leave him at the 89 overall mark, but I would like to hear from you in the comments about Agüero's fair rating. Position number 14, Agüero's teammate Sterling is one of those players that seems like he is underrated every year. His overall does not reflect his gameplay in reality. I think it's time to give Sterling the overall and recognition he deserves in FIFA 21 by giving him an 89 overall card. He has been improving each year under Pep Guardiola by making him score more and more and by providing more to his teammates. Position number 13, now some controversial ratings. I know that some of you won't agree with me, but I still believe that Hazard can be one of the best players in the game. His injuries and weight problems have been tough to deal, but I believe with time and space he will get back to his Chelsea days next season.
Position number 12, Mohamed Salah. I think there is not much to say about him. He has been really consistent throughout the last years, performing always at the highest level. He still is one of the best players in his team, alongside with Sadio Mane and Van Dijk. But the best thing that I have to highlight about the Egyptian god is his consistent in the last years in the tough league like the Premier League. Position number 11, the best goalkeeper in the Premier League and one of the most important members of the Liverpool team, deserves some recognition in our FIFA 21 top 50 ratings. Without him, Liverpool have no assurances between the sticks, and for me, Eriksen can be a game changer by winning you a game with some of his unbelievable saves. And we finally get to the top 10, guys, so let's get down to it. In the position number 10, we go back to some controversial choices in this rating, and this time we have Sadio Mane, that in my opinion is at the same level as Mohamed Salah, and this season he was one of the most important players by scoring some of the most important goals in their campaign to the Premier League title, so I give him a 90 overall card. Position number 9. Now it's time to talk about Kylian Mbappe, the most promising and excited player to watch after Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. His work ethic and dedication to the game seems to have been paying off, and that reflects on his overall each year. Every time a new FIFA comes out, his overall goes higher, and I think this time it won't be different. Position number 8. The wall that has saved Barcelona times and times again. Ter Stegen has showed us what he is capable of this season through his unbelievable performances that solely won the Blaugranas some games. I'm not sure if he is not at the same level as the next goalkeeper that we are about to check, and to be honest with you guys, that's why I give Ter Stegen the same rating as the next goalkeeper. And now the position number 7, guys, perhaps the best goalkeeper in the game that saves Athletic Madrid a lot of times with his incredible reflexes and quick reaction time. In my opinion, he deserves his spot in the top 10 FIFA 21 ratings, but I want to hear from you guys, who is the best goalkeeper, Ter Stegen from Barcelona or Oblak from Athletic Madrid? Position number 6. Van Dijk has cemented his place once again in the world as the best defender in the current game. One more season where he dominated in the back and helped Liverpool reach their first Premier League title in 30 years. And we finally reached the top 5, guys. This is getting hot. The 5th place, it has to be to Levin Dusky. For a long time he deserves to be on this position, but for some reason his overall did not match his true skill and power in reality. But with a season where he has scored 50 goals and still has the Champions League to play, there is no doubt about his position among the best in the game. Position number 4, guys, KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, perhaps the best player in the Premier League and for sure the best midfielder in the game nowadays. Close to breaking the assist record in the Premier League, in my opinion he deserves to be considered one of the best players in FIFA 21. And we reached the top 3 of the video, guys, and for the 3rd place I was in doubt between Neymar and KDB, but I still think that if Neymar wants, he can be a candidate to win the Ballon d'Or, but for that to happen he needs to move from PSG, he needs to move away from PSG. Even though this was a season that he had to deal with injuries, once again he still managed to score 18 goals and made 10 assists and still has the Champions League to play. And for the position number 2, you already know who it is. At 35 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo is still breaking records and showing that he still can be as clutch and important as he was before. Heading to another Scudetto, the Portuguese star still aims to win the Champions League this year with Juve and has already scored 26 goals in the Serie A, with a few matches still to be played and the Champions League as well. And finally, for the number 1 position, the best player in the game and the current Ballon d'Or winner still is, in my opinion of course, the best player in the world. Even though he had to deal with some injuries and the coronavirus pandemic, he is still trying to carry Barcelona to glory, registering at the moment 19 goals and 22 assists with a few games to play still and the Champions League as well.
We reached the end of the video, guys. I know it has been a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said in the beginning, let's try to reach 200 likes in this video, so please don't forget to leave a like. Also leave a comment down below about this video if you like it, if you did not like it, if you agree with my FIFA 21 top 50 ratings, if the overall of the players is fair. Leave your comment down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. I'm Defaults, and I'll see you guys in the next video.